Today we have a special guest, Mrs. LDS Prepper, also known as the Backyard Herbalist, and she is a master gardener. She has been gardening for probably the majority of our married life. That's going to be 44 years next week. And she has done her share of pruning, years and years and decades of pruning. We just got this new electric pruning tool from Kebtek, and she absolutely loves it. She's out here pruning her blackberries and her raspberries. She also pruned all the trees back in the orchard before we got the Kebtek, and I'd like to have her just share with you her thoughts here on the first row in the blackberries. So what's that been like compared to the hand shears, and what are your thoughts and feelings?
So it just slices through the really thick blackberry canes without any resistance. It's really awesome. Whereas regular pruners, to cut the same vine, I would have to use both of my hands to cut through some of those canes.
Now, let's take that hand pruner out that you just had there. That is a very high quality, very expensive Cutco brand pruner. It's the best pruners we've ever had, and they are amazing. There's been nothing that's come close to them until we get the Kebtek. So why don't you go ahead and just continue doing some pruning, and we'll see how easy that is. Here she's down at the base of one of the plants cutting. Just sliced through like butter.
Yep.
Wow, that's amazing. And then she will cut them into small pieces so we can throw them in the compost pile or the garbage, whichever she's doing with them.
Yep, going in the compost.
Going in the compost. That's a lot of finger saving going on right there. So your final thoughts?
Love it.
One nice thing about using these shears with blackberries and raspberries is that there is a lot of cutting going on with blackberries and raspberries. My wife not only cut those canes, but she also cut them smaller to get them into the compost pile. So lots of cuttings in just one row, probably hundreds of cuts. So having a battery operated shear really makes a big difference. Here I need to be pruning some lower branches that I need to get out of the way so I can come under here and mow. And another really nice feature about this is the adjustability of the blade. So that's the blade wide open. If I hold the trigger down and let it beep, now it's not as big. That way I can come in and just cut these small pieces very quickly and not have to wait as much time for the blades to open wider. So as you can see, it's cutting these probably half-inch twigs pretty easily. I'm going to go to a larger piece. I can't really get it in here, so I'm just going to hold the trigger down, let it count. I hear a beep. Now I've got a bigger opening. As long as you can get that branch in there, it's going to cut it. That was a nice, clean, easy cut. My wife would have never been able to cut that with the typical pruning shears, even if she had used two hands. So pretty much anything up to an inch or that you can fit inside of here is going to cut very well. If you're going to go above an inch, you really need to get the 25 volt, more professional commercial unit. I've got a lot of little cleanup to do on here. Again, I could do this with just regular hand pruning shears, but that would be a lot of work on the finger. Oh, my bad on that one. Didn't push the trigger all the way down. But as you can see, I can just clean up this tree here really quickly, fast and easy, without getting finger tired. Also, if you have arthritis, this will make a huge difference in the enjoyability and ability to do your pruning quickly and easily. Look at that, it's just a joy to work with. And the job's done. Just a couple months ago, I planted 7 varieties, 14 different grapevines here, and that's going to be a lot of pruning. This is where the Kebtek is really going to come in handy. Here we have a tree that Sue's pruned, and we're just going to go down these branches here and see how thick we can go before it gets stuck. That was pretty thick, but it was able to cut that. We're going to go, see, that's not going all the way inside the blade. Let's see if we can cut this. No problem at all. Do it again here. This makes light and easy work that could really strain hands with normal shears. We'll try this one here. Okay, that one got cut, but a couple more clicks of the trigger and it gets all the way through it. The case is great. You can put the whole unit with the battery installed in the carrying case and just put it in your garden shed. It does come with 2 batteries. It is a 16.8 volt system. This is the kind of residential one. Like I said, anything bigger than an inch, you'll want to use the commercial 25 volt unit. I don't have one yet. Love to get my hands on that. And it also has an extension pole on it so you can get up into the tree branches. So it comes with a charger. It takes about 5 hours initially to charge the batteries. Just do it overnight and you can charge both batteries at the same time. Little carrying case for the little tools that come in it in case you need to take it apart to replace some blades. It does not come with extra blades, but it did come with a little oil container. It didn't have any oil in it, so I asked my wife for some sewing machine oil, which we have in here. And we just put the oil around this little ring. I'll show you that here in a second. Before we use it every time, or if we're replacing the battery because we've run the battery out, that's a good reminder to put more oil in. To oil it, you're just going to take your little oiling bottle here and just kind of go around that ring with the unit turned off. Then go ahead and turn on the unit and then just work the trigger a couple times to let that oil get worked into the gears. One of the things I really like about this is the safety feature that's built in. If you have little granddaughters and people that are helping you while you're in your garden, which we love having them over, you can put this in the safety shutdown. Just pull the trigger down, and you know how it just clicks, makes one beep? It'll make a second beep and lock those shears down so no one can stick their fingers in there and accidentally hurt themselves. And even if a small child picks them up and they hit that trigger, they're not going to be able to activate that unless they do it twice quick. Then the blades will open back up for normal use. Great little safety feature. Love it. You also do the same thing when you're going to be putting it away. Just hold the trigger down so you hear the second series of beeps. It closes the blade and then you can turn it off and put it in storage. So this gets 2 big thumbs up from LDS Prepper. Love this tool. My wife loves it even more. She uses it more than I do because she's got more plants to prune. And it just makes the tedious, sometimes stressful job easy, quick to do. I love the quality of the product, and for home use this is an exceptional tool to have. If you have any kind of pruning to do on your property, I highly recommend the Kebtek 16.8 volt electric pruning shear. If you want to get other great tips on off-grid living, how to grow food as if your life depends on it, and emergency battery backup, watch over 600 videos at ldsprepper.com. This is LDS Prepper reminding you, if you are prepared with these beautiful electric pruning shears, you're going to make a tough, hard, tedious job quick and easy.